Hi air signs, welcome back to my channel. Warm welcome to anybody that's new, hello and welcome. This is your general read for February. As promised, I get them out earlier because I was just a bit ill last month, so I was a bit behind. You've got messages from your angels. I'm going to be using the Universe Has Your Back cards, Nature Whisper and Gilded Tarot. Alright, okay, I think you're treading on eggshells this month, air signs, for the month of February. Let's have a look at what you've got. Universe Has Your Back cards. Oh, sorry, can I just say a big thanks to all my subscribers, my likes and my comments. I really appreciate the support. I don't take that for granted. First one you've got is the Universe Has Your Back card. It says, my faith has power. Has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love, okay? Now we can see there's a couple of moons in this, okay? So something might be coming out this month that you didn't know about. It might rock your world a bit. You've also got Bridget. And Bridget says, caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding any further. So let's have a look at your cards. You've got work and you've got vulnerability, okay? I think this is your time now to be quite honest at work within a situation. You might be asked for your opinion. There's no point lying about that. Just be upfront and honest about the situation, okay, and how you feel. It's okay to be vulnerable. On top of that, you've got the Tower reversed, and you could be trying to avoid a disaster at work or within a creative output, okay? But it is saying, you know, vulnerability is the way forward here for you guys, you air signs, for the month of February. So try and be vulnerable, open up, just be honest about how you feel about the situation. You maybe think there's things at work that are not necessarily the best practice, then talk about it. There's no point being a yes person, okay? Don't be a people pleaser. If it means standing up and saying, no, I don't think that's right, or I feel this way, I don't feel this is right, then it's that time to say it. You do have the Tower in reverse, which does mean that you're trying to avoid this disaster, okay? So there is a shake-up coming, and you're maybe trying to avoid it, but it's saying, you know, when you get the Tower cards reversed or upright, you know, it's either avoiding a disaster or a big shake-up is about to happen within that area. And maybe this is what's needed, okay? But try not to avoid it, okay? Maybe you are trying to avoid it, but maybe being vulnerable. If it's going to happen, guys, it's going to happen, okay? The next placement you've got is home, okay? You've got renewal of peace. So there is going to be some sort of renewal of peace at home, within family life. This could be your friends, your children, your partner. It's saying there is some sort of renewal of peace, okay? But on top of that, you've got the Seven of Swords. So even though there's a renewal of peace, there is some sort of sneaky behaviour, okay? Maybe that's going to come to light, but once that comes to light, there's going to be some sort of renewal of peace, okay? So there is going to be some sort of theft of ideas. It could be through some sort of communication that you're going to hear about this. It can be just as simple as, you know, someone is going to break into your house. So just be careful. Make sure that at home, you know, things are locked up and secure. This does talk about theft, but it doesn't mean it can, well, for some of you it can mean literal theft. But usually it's theft of ideas and or some sort of deception or some sneaky behaviour that's going on, okay? But maybe that's going to come to light, and then that's going to give you some sort of renewal of peace when it does come to the forefront. So what is unexpected for you guys? You've got to make a wish, okay? So there maybe is something that you're really looking to come to fruition for the month of February, and it's saying just, you know, have some sort of faith, put some optimism in that situation and make that wish, okay? On top of that, you got the Page of Pentacles. You could be dealing with an earth sign. But it does suggest that, you know, some sort of good news is coming your way. So maybe with that wish fulfillment sort of card that you've got there about making the wish, that something's, you know, some sort of development or growth is going to happen within that. And the Page of Pentacles is going to bring in some sort of good news, and that's kind of good news that you've maybe been waiting for a while for. Okay, but it'll be unexpected good news. And that could do with your finances and material items. So what is your role for the month, air sign? So your role for this month is to take the higher ground, okay? So it's about looking at the bigger picture, taking a step back, pausing, having a good look before you take any kind of action. Take the higher ground. Don't be, if someone's looking for a reaction from you, don't give it. Just, you know, stand back and see what their motives really are. Take the higher ground and have a good think about what you do before you do it. On top of that, you've got the Chariot reversed, okay? And your role this month is not to make the movement, okay? So it's about maybe just having a look at the bigger picture and not making any moves, just kind of just being in that contemplation, you know, having a good think about how you are going to tackle it, how you're going to move forward, and how you're, you know, how you want things to work out. The overall outcome for the month of February, you've got the open your heart, okay? So there is maybe some sort of romantic situation where it's calling you, or just even within family, to open your heart and just be honest. I think this month is about, you're maybe trying to walk on eggshells, but you're going to have to be upfront with your feelings and be vulnerable, and whether that makes you uncomfortable, which it probably does, because you are not as emotional as some of the other signs, okay? So that will maybe make you feel that extra vulnerable, but saying it's safe to open your heart, okay? Open your heart and be honest with your feelings and your intentions through the month of February, okay? On top of that, you've got the Hierophant. This can involve a Taurus. This is the Taurus card. But the Hierophant talks about traditional ways, sort of it's like a traditional card. It talks about going through situations in a traditional manner, okay? It can be seeking advice from someone that you respect who's quite high up within a company, like a hospital, a CEO of a company, can be a spiritual person that you seek advice from. It could be, you know, like someone who is into religion, or someone who does a lot of charity work, okay? But it does talk about, it can talk about marriage, it can talk about engagement, it can talk about ascending your relationship to a higher level of commitment, especially with open your heart there, because we can see in this picture she's there, the swans around her, but in the background here there is a person who is kissing her neck, a man. So this could be someone that you like, and it's saying, you know, just go about it in a traditional manner. Don't rush things either, but that is your overall kind of role anyway, is not to make a lot of movement, it's to look at the higher ground and see how you want to move forward before you do it. So it's about kind of evaluating before you make any sort of rash moves. Alright, air sign, that's your reading for the month.